I have to say, having two of those crystals filled in on this pause menu over here is a lot more satisfying than having one crystal filled in. Hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite. Welcome back to Final Fantasy 1! It is officially the springtime allergy season, and I am officially dying, so if I sound like I'm... If I sound like I'm dying, that's probably why. I actually heard a little bit of, like, myself, like, wearing out a lot faster than usual in the last recording, in the last video, and I assume that was the early onset of the springtime allergies. Yeah, this is my favorite time of year to record stuff. Anyway, I was complaining, what were we doing? Playing video games? Why are there 80 hours on the save file? Right, anyway, if I recall from the last video, I think I have to go to the Hellfire Chasm? That sounds like the sort of place that I would have to go, like, after defeating the volcano boss. Let's go over there. So this is gonna involve me going out onto the overworld and having to find my boat. Where's my boat? I don't remember where my boat is. Alright, it's a good thing that the map marks out, like, where you left your boat and everything like that when you look on the map. Let's see, I should have just, like, warped around, right? Alright, I warped around, and if I keep going this way, I'll warp around again, and then I'll be in the part of the world where, select B. Yeah, select B. And then, if I'm looking for the, Hellfire Shrine or whatever it is, I should be able to, like, just go around this continent, right? Alright, I think that's how we're gonna do this. Can I, like, go in here and ride up the river? No. So this little bay. Alright, so that continent that the Hellfire Chasm is on seems to be, like, one without ports, which is just like, how do you guys survive economically? Which means I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative with how I figure out where I'm going, and the dancer in Cornelia I see is still of no help. I don't know if that means that just, like, it's this part of the game that you don't have any hints for me, or if, like, this help system is exhausted and, like, you don't say anything after this. Okay. Another plan, and I'm gonna have to go, like, searching for my boat, but another plan will be to, okay, well, not who I was looking for, but that sounds like something that I'm gonna want to remember. For that matter, you sound like you're trying to tell me something too. Anyway, that's another reference to the Lava Stone. I guess with no other leads to go on, I might as well go there. Is that gonna allow me to fly? Is that gonna allow me to, like, climb over the... what exactly is to the north? Is that gonna allow me to, like, climb over the mountains that are guarding that one other place, continent up to the northeast, northwest? I guess they're both from here since the world wraps. Anyway, right plus this. I've been to this one, that's Mount Golg, and up here I think is cave to the north that I'm being referred to. Let me try going there next. Okay, so I had to go, like, completely the other way around the world in order to, like, get over here because I love this map. When I visited Crescent Lake, I sort of, like, parked my boat here and came up the canals, the rivers over this way, and it seems that there is no like northwest passage, whatever, that will allow me to go over to this side of the very nearby land area. So I had to go, like, all the way down the tip of South America and come around the long way. That was not a lot of fun, but anyway.
Hey.
Oh, hello. Wait. Oh, wow. Okay. I get what that means. That means that if I want to toggle between the zoomed in view and the not zoomed in view, I can, like, just hit that. And wow, okay. That's actually really convenient. Does this scroll infinitely? This scrolls infinitely. Learning new things about this game every day. So the place I want to go is, like, on this, like, I keep wanting to say arpeggio, but I think that's music. Archipelago. Archipelago. Alright, I'm gonna have to, like, take a minute and just, like, look around. Feel like this giant, like, arrow structure is, like, pointing directly at the marsh cave and saying, like, go there. But I'm pretty sure I've already been there, and I'm pretty sure it was just, like, a minor story beat. Okay. Now I'm even more confused because there's a second cave here that wasn't, like, marked on the map, which is actually what that, like, yellow dot is, and I don't know how I get there. Oh, do I just go around here? Yes, okay, so I'm hoping that this is actually what that NPC was talking about when they said they were looking for the Levistone or whatever. I don't really need healing that badly. It's more the MP that I'm looking at right now, but I'm going to go and use one of these 16 tents. Oh, partially restore. That should be enough, right? I'm only about halfway down on MP on my Black Mage and my healer person. Yeah, I'm going to save myself a little bit of wow, that didn't heal like any MP at all. I only healed 100 MP. I mean, I can use this. I can use that a couple more times because I have more tents than I know what to do with. Alright, so I rested in a tent 4 times, and Stella's MP is now back to full, and I've saved a few ethers. Not that I'm really, like, short on ethers. That's another thing. I think off recording, I bought a bunch of ethers, so I've now, like, maxed out my ether supply, and just because I've also bought a bunch of Phoenix down, just in case. I'm somehow doubtful that I'll be using that many Phoenix down for a while, unless I were to just, like, really start running away from a lot of random encounters. But oh, that was so satisfying. It couldn't hurt, and I have more money than I know what to do with. And also, by the way, that playtime says 81 hours, as it turns out. And I know that I knew this in the past, but I just haven't thought about it in probably about 5 or 10 years. Yeah, closing your DS with a GBA game in the slot doesn't, as it turned out, cause the console to go to sleep. The simulation just keeps going. And as a result, like, I left my game... Yeah, I left my game running for a bit. Over a couple nights. And, like, it was plugged in and everything. I wasn't worried about the battery dying or anything, but the playtime kept ticking upwards, and... Well, as a result, that number is now completely, like, useless as an indication of how long I've actually been playing. I guess if I want to know that number, I can just, like, add up the total runtime of the unedited, like, video files of this Let's Play, but...
Hey.
I guess if I'm really interested in, like, my how long to beat stats or anything like that, because sometimes when I'm finished with a game, I will, like, go into my completion data into that site just to see... like how I stuck up against people who are playing video games normally, but I don't know, it's not that important, right? Alright, these are stairs. That's not where I... Oh my god, is Stella really gonna get to take out like 9 enemies all at once? Oh, Black Mid, you are my favorite character in this game. Is this where I came from? This is where I came from. Okay. One... Do I not need to heal after all that? Did Argus really take 3 points of damage and nothing else? Anyway, let's keep going. So, I haven't, as of my recordings, actually posted the previous video yet, but I have a feeling I noticed there was something, or several things really, that I meant to talk about and forgot to talk about. One of them is the probably obvious question. Okay. That was a very useful floor, of, like, why I'm actually bothering to record this on an actual GBA cartridge, on an actual DS with a capture mod installed, instead of just, like, emulating it like a normal person would. And this room looks important. Perhaps surprisingly, okay, I see where this is going. It's not the, like, emulation/piracy aspect of it that bothers me as much as just, I like... So this is functionally the ice version of Lava, got it. I like recording stuff on physical hardware when I have the chance. I think it just, like, feels better, and it gets me more into the game than if I'm just playing on an emulator with, like, a keyboard and mouse pretending I'm playing a GBA game. And as for the, somewhat, although not perhaps as much as you might expect, sizable investment of actually, like, acquiring an old DS with a capture unit installed. I also do use this really. I also do use this for other games that I do Let's Plays of. Not necessarily of, like... Can I get rid of anything, I think is the question. Alright, so I used some items, and it still says I can't hold anymore, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, I use this capture DS for recording other handheld games. Not necessarily just this one. So, it isn't 10,000 gil. Wow, it isn't so much that I'm just, like, buying, like, an entire new DS and an entire new capture unit just for this one game. As much as it's more like, you know, a general investment for this whole Let's Play thing. Okay, so I'm not going to step on that crack in the ground. Funnily enough, I had a feeling I know why. I like knew what was going to happen when I did that earlier and fell down here, and I just like did it anyway just because I wanted to see it. I'm also realizing that it's probably not so much that there's no more space for a new item in my inventory, as I probably was more likely to have like picked up an ether or a high potion or something like that out of that chest, and there's no more room in that particular stack, so probably not missing anything good, or at least like nothing that I'll be really kicking myself for missing anyway. Not like I wouldn't say no to an ether. Am I gonna have to go through that whole thing again? But anyway, it's also not like I'll just be, okay, so this is gonna actually pose a problem. It's also not as if I'm like screwing myself out of a really, really important like good sword or anything like that. Like this, the flame sword. If I were to equip a flame sword instead of an ice brand, that will actually lower my attack a little bit, but it dances with flame instead of perhaps dancing with ice. And who knows, maybe Argus will be doing even more damage to all the monsters in here than like I already was. Let's see, I think I can get this other chest, but it looks like there is no way into that. No way to get to that item without walking over the cracks in the ground, so I'm probably going to have to like drop down here and then follow the rest of the dungeon out this way. For example, what would happen if I were to go this way instead? We'll follow this trail, I guess. Anyway, that's the story with the milkshake incident and why I went to such trouble when I could have just like emulated the game. And I did rip the ROM of this cartridge like before I did anything else when I first got it a number of years ago. This is a white dragon. That feels like a bit of an unusual enemy. Like, I assume you're a chest guard, but either way. You didn't put it that much of a fight. Stella gained a level. Thank you, Stella. Ice armor, alright, not bad. And mithril gloves. So let's have a look at those items. Alright, mithril gloves. This can be equipped by the various knights, the ninja and the red wizard. In other words, just Argus. The other thing that I've been slowly getting to the point of is, I did not at any point address, apparently I'm already wearing mithril gloves, the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, which I don't believe had even, like, officially been announced, when I recorded the beginning of this Let's Play, which is just, goes to show how long I was on that little hiatus. Which way did I go? When I left the first time. I think I went downwards. Let me try and go this way. As to why I haven't, for example, just pivoted to playing that version of the game. It's, believe it or not, easier to record games on console than it is on PC when you're doing a Let's Play of them, by a fair amount, in fact, because nothing on PC is ever just like as straightforward as just popping in a capture card, at least not unless you're one of those people who have like two PCs.
Hey.
And I'm immediately suspicious that I'm just going to be like getting into an encounter on like every tile in this treasure room, but not so far apparently. There's also the fact that I take the font that Square Enix insists on using in every single one of their like PC re-releases. There's just like a lot of gold in this room, as somewhat of a personal offense. And this is something that I know many people besides me have already complained about, so I won't belabor the point any further, but like, what are they thinking? I would rather see a game come out that just uses Comic Sans for everything than like the most default like Microsoft Word 2007 typeface imaginable. And I say that, and now maybe I'll actually get to see what's in this chest because I have used some of my items. I actually say with a straight face that was been either that I actually really like the font Calibri, which is like has been the default Microsoft Word font since I think 2007. But Square Enix, what are you guys even thinking? Every time you re-release one of your classic games on Steam, I need to think about this. So I do not want to go up those stairs, correct? I said I didn't want to like belabor the point about the font, and then what did I do? I went and ranted about it for far too long. Let's see. So I do not want to go up the stairs over there because that causes me to exit the dungeon. And there's one place I haven't gone, which is down this crack in the floor. Okay, so that's gonna... is this like a mini boss? Do I want to leave this fight in? I'm sure it's gonna be over as fast as all the other ones. Just keep my party in tip-top shape. I don't think there's anything in the game at this point that can total party kill me, but let's just throw all my strongest attacks at you. Sarah's gonna heal off that little tiny bit of HP that everybody still needs, and that was nothing. Alright, Argus gained a level, that's cool. All your stats are going up, and we can pick up a Levistone. So I don't know if this is what I need to do next in this game, but I can pick that up. Can I walk? I cannot walk over here. Okay. Anyway, I can leave. I guess that one staircase that I kept accidentally going down that will just cause me to leave the dungeon is really the way out of here, because I don't think there's a way to go back up at this point, aside from like going there. So I will see you back in town. And here we are, back in Crescent, whatever it was. So, next time I'm going to figure out what those NPCs wanted with that Levistone, and hopefully that will lead us on towards the next crystal or cavern or whatever it is that we're supposed to do next. I hope you all enjoyed that. My name is Dragonite, this has been Final Fantasy I, and I will see you all later.